797 News. I'm Martin Roundstone, and I'm here with guest anchor TK.
Hey Martin.
Hey, how's it going, man?
In our lineup today, we have Holocaust survivor Henry Goldie come to talk to BRFHS students, then students getting inked. Ink my body, ink my body. Some students at BRFHS have had the same thought in mind as they reach adulthood. For the story, we go to Aaron Miles.
Tattoos have been becoming more popular this year as seniors are reaching the age of 18 and exploring their new rights. We had a chance to catch up with some of those who have been eagerly waiting to get inked.
I love tattoos, and I've wanted one since I was 12.
Many people get tattoos with something meaningful, and that's exactly what senior Dylan Hill did when he recently got his.
It's a medical alert symbol, and I have diabetes, so it kind of matches.
Although there is some pain involved in getting a tattoo, Hunter Iverson, who recently got one, assured us it wasn't too bad.
They can have the opportunity
kind of. Some spots you couldn't even feel, but when you got on the backbone, it kind of hurt a little bit.
Tattoos have and most likely always will be controversial, but senior Jesse Bray, who recently got a tattoo, told us those people just need to realize it's an individual thing.
They need to stop being so closed-minded and need to broaden their horizons and realize that it's an individual thing and it makes you more unique. It doesn't make you trashy.
Hate is nothing, love is everything. Those were words from Holocaust survivor Henry Goldie, who visited the students at BRFHS telling his inspiring tale. Signe Hunter has the story.
And I can interpret prejudice with one word, and that is hate. Why do we hate each other so much? You know, after that dreadful war in my own childish mind, I thought that the world has learned a lesson, that people would live in harmony, that nations would live in peace. But what a disappointment. The strive for power and greed for land and recognition is as strong today as ever before.
The students at BRFHS had the opportunity to hear Holocaust survivor Henry Goldie speak. Goldie lived throughout 11 different concentration camps. He goes around the state encouraging tolerance and love.
I think the most powerful thing that he said today is also, though, universal. I think his commentary at the end about love and hate, it's good for high school kids to hear that right now, because I think sometimes the Holocaust seems like it was something that happened way back and it'll never happen again. And he made the point that it could happen again, and I tend to really agree with him on that.
Many students listened to Goldie and took what he said to heart, including sophomore Maddie HOFFMAN.
Henry Goldie was talking about hate and how you shouldn't hate anyone and there's no reason for it in the world. And you should just love everyone, and that's one thing that I learned, that love is important.
Social studies teacher Tony Berger thought that the opportunity to listen to Goldie was extremely valuable.
The part of his message, I think, at the end, you know, if we don't hear this, it's going to happen again. Mm-hmm. And part of it also, I think, being a history teacher, is it's a chance to look at living history. Right. So you want your students to have that opportunity too. But I think that the main part is just the message that he has.
And I would like to finish with black, white, yellow, man, woman, child. I love you all, and you are a very nice and attentive audience, and I want to thank you very much. Thank you.
Wow, that was just an inspiring tale, Martin. What do you think about it?
Well, it gave me a lot of insight into the Holocaust. With the high school going to a different schedule next year, students have to choose their classes more wisely. With the story, we'll go to Kyle Oaks.
Next year, the Black Falls High School is going to have AB scheduling. Here are students that say what they're going to take next year, with Mrs. LEADHOLM explaining the AB scheduling.
I plan on taking AP Psych and Band and Choir and Spanish 3.
Fisher wants to take those classes because she is interested in psychology and she likes music. She's not a huge fan of Spanish, but she wants to get in a good college, so she's going to take 3 years of Spanish.
It's difficult because it's hard to decide what you want to take and what you need to take. Like, to get in all my required classes, I might not be able to take some of my electives. And it's hard to decide what classes would help you in the future, depending on what career you want.
Fisher is going to take classes that she wants to take and not what her friends are taking.
The scheduling is an extremely large and long, tedious process, but one that is fun for someone who enjoys puzzles. Well, classes this year will be selected by arena scheduling.
Arena scheduling is when the student gets to pick which hour and during which semester they are taking their classes.
The matrix is put together based on teacher availability, the rooms that are available, and then how many students want that class. The computer actually does a really good job showing which students are selecting the same class, and then we don't put those classes in the same hour.
The matrix is made by Mr. Chambers, Mr. Wettig, Mr. Erickson, and Mrs. Leadholm, as well as all the secretaries.
The matrix is usually started to be put together after the requests have come in. We know how many students want which class, and then the teachers get to see the lists and decide which teacher is going to teach all those classes, and from there the matrix is started.
The hardest part about the matrix is making everyone happy because some classes have to be in the same hour. The classes that aren't given to the students will not be given next year, and they will hopefully get the class the following year. So when you're picking your classes, pick the right classes and the classes you'll enjoy all year long.
Now we go to Aaron Miles and Sam Ripp for sports.
Another week of sports is done at BRFHS as we start out in basketball. The Lady Tigers hosted West Salem in a Cooley Conference game on Tuesday night and fell to the Panthers 45-34. They were back in action Thursday night in Nakusa and fell to the Papermakers 39-64.
The boys team hosted Westby Thursday night and fought hard but came up short with a loss of 48-40. Now over to hockey. The women's team invited Medford to the Milt London Memorial Arena on Tuesday night and fell 1-2 in overtime. Last Friday, the Sam Young Gym was filled with a crowd to watch a doubleheader and to support the Hoops for Hope fundraiser. Sam Ripp had a chance to see how it all happened.
With a packed house and basketballs ready to bounce, it was more than just another night for Tiger basketball. February 3rd was Hoops for Hope night to raise money for leukemia. Athletic Director and girls coach Tom Leadholm was in charge of this special night.
Evening, we had probably close to 1,000 people that attended the evening. We had right around 20 theme baskets that were donated, and we took in proceeds in the area of $1,400. So all the money made off of those baskets will be donated to Cancer Society under the Leukemia Fund.
This night was also filled with lots of activities for the crowd. Senior BRYANA EGGEN was in charge of these.
We did a 50-50 raffle, which was kind of successful, and then the normal chuck-a-paw we also did, and then we did a silent auction, which I put all of the donations in and people bidded on individual baskets.
With all the activities going on, there were still 2 varsity basketball games to play against GET, and senior basketball player Katie DVORAK thought this night was a good idea.
It's a good cause. So it goes to leukemia research in any form of research is beneficial, and so it just felt nice to be able to give back a little bit.
With this night being a success, Tom Leadholm has new plans for next year.
Last year we just gave it to the American Cancer Society, and this time we did it with kind of an ear note to Leukemia Society. But yes, next year we'll pick a group and try to raise funds for some other special fund.
Wow, what a great story, Sam. And a good night for some of our news team. I know Chuck Cook won a basket. That's pretty neat. And Lauren Harkner, Sydney Harkner's sister, won the chuck-a-paw.
Great night. Also great basketball games that night.
Wow, was it ever.
Wow. Some students at BRFHS are planning on taking their sports talents to a higher level. With the story, we go to Mike Ferkins.
If an athlete excels greatly at sports in high school, they can have an opportunity to play at a collegiate level. We caught up with senior Alex Johnson to discuss the next step in his athletic career, playing football for the University of Wisconsin-Stout.
Well, Coach Akey got a hold of their head coach, and their head coach called me and told me to come up on a Saturday, which I did, and I liked the tour, so I decided that's where I was going to go play football.
We asked Alex if there are any other colleges interested in bringing his services to their campus.
Eau Claire and lacrosse.
Alex's time at Stout will not only include working hard on the football field, but also hitting the books for his particular academic field.
I'm planning right now on studying vocational rehab so I can become like a police officer or state patrol.
We had the chance to talk with Coach Janke about his role in the recruiting process and Alex's bright future at UW Stout.
Well, I know Alex looked at a few Division III schools to play college football, including some of our local ones, lacrosse, Eau Claire, and UW Stout, which is what he ended up deciding on, and talked to a few of the coaches at each school. You know, we obviously are biased in thinking Alex is a really good player, and he's got all of the skills, he's got all of the things that I think are necessary to be a good college football player. So I'm really excited. From a coaching staff perspective, we're really excited about having him nearby and as he grows as a college football player.
We asked Coach Janke how he feels about Alex playing football in college.
So I think anytime you talk about a senior choosing in college, it's a challenging time for them. It's difficult. Alex is a young man who's the oldest in his family. I am the oldest in my family, so I'm biased in thinking that's probably a little more difficult. You haven't watched anybody go through it in your house. So yeah, I think it's difficult for anyone, and then I think when you throw in the extras as far as what's a good fit for me as an athlete in a specific sport, that's even more challenging because Alex is a kid who's used to, in our school, having his run in the sports that he likes to play and being a prominent player for a long time. He's gotten comfortable. And that's always the challenge for seniors. They're comfortable, now they go to really uncomfortable, so definitely challenging.
During his time here at Black River Falls, Alex has proven that hard work and determination bring success and prosperity. Alex is sure to experience big changes in his transition from a Black River Falls Tiger to a Stout Blue Devil, but his desire to be great will remain consistent. Whether he's carrying a book or a ball, Alex's future looks to be a bright one.
Thanks for watching Channel 97 News. I'm Sam Ripp.
And I'm Aaron Miles. Stay lovely, Black River Falls.
And have a happy Valentine's Day.